Imagine being invited somewhere not to be honored, not to be respected, but to be embarrassed in front of a whole crowd. That was what happened to Anna. Anna Adebayo moved silently through the towering office building, her cleaning cart rolling ahead of her as executives in tailored suits barely acknowledged her existence. At 42, her hands told the story of a lifetime of work, calloused, strong, and skilled at making things spotless. She kept her head down but her back straight, an invisible presence in a world of visible wealth. The marble floors reflected the crystal chandeliers overhead as Anna methodically wiped surfaces clean. Most people walked past her as if she were part of the furniture, but Clara was different. Clara, the young, beautiful fiancée of Victoria Miles, the company's CEO, made a point of seeing Anna, but only to remind her of her place. "Be careful where you clean," Clara had once told her, voice dripping with disdain. "This floor costs more than your entire life." Anna had swallowed the insult. Bills don't care about pride, and survival sometimes means becoming invisible. Today, Clara approached with her usual entourage of equally privileged friends, all wearing identical smirks. She carried a cream-colored envelope trimmed in gold. Anna gripped her cleaning rag tighter, bracing herself. Before I continue, kindly subscribe to this channel. Haven't seen you much lately, Anna. Hiding from me? Clara's smile was glacial. Well, I have something for you. A little surprise. She extended the thick envelope. It's an invitation. Victoria and I are getting married this Saturday at the Grand Magnolia Estate. And guess what? You're invited. Her friends barely contained their laughter. One nearly choked trying to suppress a snort. Not everyone gets invited to something like this, Clara added proudly. Anna froze, studying Clara's face. This wasn't kindness. This was calculated cruelty. Clara's smile widened. Wear anything you like. Just try not to come in that uniform. We don't want the staff thinking you're one of them. Her friends erupted into laughter. Or maybe she can help clean after the party, one suggested, triggering another round of cackling. Anna squeezed the envelope until her fingers ached. Her face flushed, but she refused to bow her head. With remarkable composure, she simply said, "Thank you." The response momentarily stunned Clara. As Anna walked away, she examined the invitation. You are invited to the wedding of Clara Collins and Victoria Miles. Saturday 5 p.m. Grand Magnolia Estate. Black tie. Black tie are meaning expensive gowns, high heels, jewelry. Things Anna didn't own. The reality became clear, this wasn't an invitation, it was a trap. A public humiliation designed to make her the punchline of a cruel joke. The Grand Magnolia wasn't just any venue. It was the place where the elite celebrated themselves. People like Anna weren't even hired to deliver food there, let alone attend as guests. Later, from a second-floor balcony, Clara sipped champagne and surveyed the building like a monarch. "Do you think she'll really come?" one friend asked nervously. Clara laughed softly. "If she comes, it'll be the highlight of my night. I can't wait to see everyone's faces when Victoria's little janitor walks in thinking she belongs here." She raised her glass. "Honestly, I'm even curious, do you think she even knows what black tie means?" That evening, Anna climbed 3 flights of stairs to her small apartment. The elevator had been broken for weeks. Every step felt heavier than usual. She dropped her bag on the sofa and, for the first time since receiving the invitation, she cried. She cried for the insults, for the laughter, for all the years people had acted like she didn't matter. She touched the gold lettering on the invitation, which gleamed defiantly, like the pain in her chest. Her thoughts warred within her. If she went, she'd be the joke they planned. If she didn't, it felt like accepting that she truly didn't belong anywhere. Her eyes drifted to a faded photograph of her mother on the wall. "Dignity is not something people give you," her mother always said. "It is something you carry, even when nobody believes in you." A buried memory surfaced, a life Anna had promised herself never to remember. She pulled out a small wooden box from her cupboard, hands trembling. Inside were photographs of a different Anna, confident, smiling, dressed elegantly, standing with community leaders at charity events. Among the items was a certificate with torn edges but a bold name, Anna Adebayo, founder and director, Adebayo Foundation. Her fingers traced her own name. That was her. That was real. Her father had owned businesses, helped the community, created jobs, built schools. Her mother was a respected teacher. Anna had grown up with purpose and leadership. She'd attended university and started a foundation that helped students secure scholarships. People had once respected her until everything collapsed. Money stolen in her name but not by her. Court cases, debts, lies, shame. Then losing both parents. Her world shattered piece by piece. At the bottom of the box lay a folded letter from Janet, her best friend from the past, a successful fashion designer who'd moved to Atlanta. If you ever need me, call. I will come anytime, Janet had promised. Anna picked up her phone and dialed. After several rings, hello. The voice sounded shocked. Anna? Oh my God, is that really you? It's me, Janet. I need help. I think it's time the world remembers who I am. The next morning, a black SUV parked in front of Anna's building. Janet stepped out, sharp, elegant, strong. Her sunglasses covered half her face, and her perfectly tailored suit exuded confidence. Oh my God, it's really you, she said, embracing Anna tightly. I didn't know who else to call. I'm tired of hiding, Anna managed, her voice cracking. Janet held her face gently. No, you didn't call for help. You called for a reminder of who you are. And I've got you. Inside the apartment, they spread old photographs across the table and reviewed files like strategists planning a campaign. Janet opened her sketchbook. How do you want them to see you when you walk into that wedding? She asked. Anna looked straight ahead. I want them to see the woman they tried to erase and failed. Janet smiled, grabbing her tablet and sketching rapidly, strong shoulders, elegant lines, a regal dress. Power and grace embodied. Janet, I don't have money for this, Anna began. Janet raised her hand. Don't insult me. I'm not doing this for money. Women like you do not bow. Not today. Not ever. They worked for our selecting fabric, choosing jewelry from Janet's private collection, planning makeup and hair. As sunset approached, Janet held Anna's hands and looked into her eyes. When you walk into that wedding, they will not see a janitor. They will not see a mistake. They will see a queen. Anna smiled softly, but inside, something profound was awakening. This wasn't just about a dress or makeup. She was choosing to remember who she truly was. The wedding day arrived beneath a perfect blue sky. The Grand Magnolia estate stood majestically as expensive cars lined the driveway, Rolls-Royces, Bentleys, Teslas. Guests in designer gowns and tuxedos mingled beneath crystal lights hanging from trees. Clara stood at the center, posing for photographers, adjusting her sparkling crown. This wedding is going to be unforgettable, she whispered proudly. Victoria, scrolling through his phone, appeared disinterested in the spectacle around him. Do you think she'll actually come? Someone whispered to Clara. Clara laughed. Please, that woman knows her place. Trust me, she's not coming. But as they laughed, a black car rolled quietly toward the gate. The back door opened. First came the shoes, 6-inch heels, black, simple, elegant. Then emerged the dress, a long silk gown, deep black with subtle gold accents that captured the light. The fabric moved like water as she stepped out, fitting her form perfectly, not flashy, just powerful. A gold scarf draped across her shoulders like a royal mantle. Her hair was braided high like a crown. Simple gold earrings and a silver necklace with a single black stone completed the ensemble. Her expression conveyed one clear message: I know exactly who I am. The venue fell silent. Guests stopped mid-conversation. Waiters froze. Champagne glasses hung suspended in the air. Even the photographer lowered his camera. Clara felt the shift. She turned slowly, her smile evaporating, eyes widening, breath catching, hand trembling. Anna walked with deliberate confidence. Each step echoed against the marble floors. Her dress flowed behind her like smoke following fire. The whispers began. Who is she? Is she someone important? Is she famous? Victoria finally looked up from his phone and froze, watching Anna as though time itself had stopped. Clara felt heat rising in her face. No. No. This cannot be happening, she whispered. When Anna reached the center of the courtyard, every guest had turned toward her. Phones lifted, cameras flashed. People leaned toward one another, whispering, wondering, admiring. Clara forced a smile, though her lips quivered. Wow, what a surprise seeing you here. You really dressed up. Her voice, sweet on the surface, carried poison underneath. Anna turned slightly and offered a small, dangerous smile. Yes, I did. Her eye sharpened as she assessed Clara. And looking at you, I'd say you dressed up, too. She paused. Shame. All this money can't buy class. A soft gasp rippled through the crowd. Some guests concealed their shock with nervous laughter. Others stared open-mouthed. Clara's face flushed crimson. What is she doing here? She hissed to a friend. Who does she think she is? Before anyone could answer, an older man with grey hair stepped forward from the crowd. He leaned closer, studying Anna's face. Wait, is that Anna Adebayo? He asked, voice trembling. Complete silence fell over the garden. Anna turned to him calmly. Yes, I am Anna Adebayo. The man stepped back as though struck. My God, he whispered. I worked with your father at the Adebayo Foundation. You were the face of it. Where have you been all these years? Gasps spread across the garden. Adebayo Foundation, someone murmured. Is that her? Clara nearly collapsed, struggling to stand. The truth hit her like a stone. She had tried to humiliate a woman whose name had blessed entire communities long before this wedding was even planned. No. No, this can't be happening, she muttered, backing away as the color drained from her face. The older man took Anna's hand in both of his, eyes glistening. Your father was a legend in this community. And your mother, my God, what a woman. I had no idea what happened to you. Life took me to places I never expected, Anna replied softly. But there is one thing life did not take from me, who I am. Victoria watched intently before turning to Clara. Clara, what exactly is this? His voice was dangerously calm. It was just a joke, she stammered. A harmless joke. Victoria's expression hardened. A joke? You tried to humiliate a woman who has done more for this city, for this community, than half the people at this wedding combined. Anna stepped forward, her voice measured but carrying across the venue. There is no need. I didn't come for revenge or to spoil anyone's special day. Her gaze fixed on Clara. I came to remind you, to remind everyone here, that dignity isn't about money, position, or titles. It's about who you are when nobody is watching. The garden grew still. Then, somewhere in the crowd, a single person began to applaud. Others joined until the entire venue resonated with applause. People rose from their seats. Some wiped tears, others nodded in understanding. Clara couldn't bear it. Her face contorted as she pushed through guests, dropping her bouquet. Flowers scattered across the white path as she fled. Anna closed her eyes and drew a deep breath. Today, she hadn't just attended a wedding. She had reclaimed herself. As the applause continued, Anna stepped back. The same faces that once looked through her now regarded her with respect and recognition. Victoria stood with his phone forgotten at his side. Anna, I had no idea, he said quietly. If I had known, I swear. Anna gently raised her hand. No need, she said firmly but kindly. I didn't come for explanations or to make anyone feel small. She surveyed the crowd. I came for me. And maybe to remind you all that the people you ignore, the ones you treat as invisible, carry stories you cannot imagine. Victoria swallowed and lowered his head. Around them, guests shifted uncomfortably, many suddenly noticing the staff they'd ignored all evening, the caterers, security guards, and janitors. Several guests approached Anna. Some had known her when the foundation thrived, others were strangers with open hearts. "If you ever revive the Adebayo Foundation," one businessman said, "count me in. I want to support." "Me too," a woman added. "Your family's work changed lives. We won't let that legacy disappear." Anna smiled, eyes glistening. "Maybe it's time," she whispered, looking skyward as if speaking to her parents, "I am still here." When she turned to leave, the crowd parted, not because they thought she didn't belong, but out of respect, the way people make way for royalty. Near the exit, Janet waited beside the car, arms folded, a proud smile on her lips. "So, was it enough?" she asked with a knowing look. Anna gazed back at the chandeliers and decorations that once made her feel small but now seemed merely ornamental. She took a deep breath that sounded like freedom. "No," she said quietly but firmly. "It's not enough. This is just the beginning." Janet laughed and squeezed her hand. "Damn right. Let's build something so big no one will ever dare forget your name again." The car pulled away as the setting sun painted the sky with gold and orange, as if the world itself were applauding Anna. She watched her reflection in the window, not a janitor or a broken woman, but someone who had been knocked down yet never truly lost. A woman who still carried her crown, not on her head, but in her heart. A crown no one had given her and no one could take away. Thank you for following this story and for your support. Kindly subscribe to this channel and leave your comment below.